Alrighty, we have the Pittsburgh Steelers at home against the Kansas City Chiefs on Christmas Day. And we're currently looking at a +3 spread at DraftKings for the Steelers, +131 money line, -3 for the favorite for the Chiefs, and -162. Um, that one -162 if you think the Chiefs are really going to win this game for sure. Even on the road in Pittsburgh, then that is a good parlay number. And then the total at DraftKings is currently sitting at 44. But first, I want to say to make sure you like, subscribe, and comment because turn your notifications on too, because that's the most important. If you subscribe and turn your notifications on, that way you get these videos right when they come out, because the odds are going to change from when I make this video. So remember that when you do your bets. But anyways, if we look at the last four stats for points per game, 25.3 for the Steelers and 28.3 on defense. Now that they're playing better defenses, or not defense, offenses, they are struggling against the pass, and you could kind of see that was already happening. They were just playing better red zone defense, and now they are letting teams score in the red zone, so that's becoming an issue. The defense with that 28.3 points per game is pretty bad. 21.5 on offense for the Chiefs, and that's not great, but defense is only giving up 15 points per game in the last four games, and there's definitely a reason why. It's making it a lot easier on Patrick Mahomes, even though he's getting hit more than ever with that horrible offensive line. But the defense has been playing great. They don't even talk about them on broadcasts or the media, and they always want to give Patrick Mahomes all the credit when that defense is the major reason why. The Chiefs have the ball a lot, and other teams can't keep up with them when they're scoring. Now, if we look at total points here for, if we did offense, it'd be 46.8, which is 2.8 points above the current line of 44. And defense-wise, 43.3, only 0.7 lower than the 44, and 45 for our simulations that I'll go over later. Basically a no bet here unless the weather's going to be bad and you can hop on that 44 because it'll likely hit there. Now, passing yards per game, 216 for offense for the Steelers last four, 237 on defense, 225 on offense for Chiefs, 217 on defense. Rushing yards per attempt, both teams stink at 4 yards per attempt. Defense is basically the same, 4.0 or 4.8 for the Steelers defense, and 5 points for the Chiefs. And then if we look over here at points per play, the last four games, 2.4 on offense for Steelers, 3.7 on defense. As I was talking about earlier, that defense really struggling against good teams, and they're not keeping teams out of the red zone. 2.2 for the Chiefs offense, not great. 2.1 though on defense, which is really good. And as I talked about, reason why they're winning these games, that defense playing great in the last four games. Now, if we look at total expected points, offense, defense, special teams, you got -1.5 for the Steelers and 7.7. That would give you the spread as -9.2, and that would be a bet towards the Chiefs. But if we look at point differential, it's only a -1.6 towards the Chiefs, which tends to tell you it's going to be a close game. So I can see why that 3 is the current line at DraftKings. But if we look at expected points of offense and defense together, without the special teams, you're looking at -10.6 spread towards the Chiefs. And if we only do defense, it's -6.4, which is definitely a reason the Chiefs are winning. But it's hard to play in Pittsburgh. And Mahomes has an injured ankle. He doesn't look injured, so I'm not too worried about that at all. I'm more worried about that offensive line being able to stop, Watt and all them coming at him, and that offense line being horrible. Our other models have negative 2.5, negative 2, negative 2, negative 2 towards the Chiefs. So really no bet there. If we scroll over here to game cards, we got 34.2% chance for the Steelers to win, 65.8% for the Chiefs, 45 total points, as I mentioned earlier. That's a no bet. And our cards, a lot of them green, and especially for the most part. The most important ones: points per play, expected points for offensive and defense only, yards per play, turnovers, total expected points, point differential, all towards the Chiefs. Passing yards per attempt, rushing yards per attempt, yards per attempt. That's not your main stat. That's just to get an idea of how many yards they're getting downfield. And they all tend to go towards the Steelers. But when it counts in the red zone and that, the Chiefs have been playing a lot better in the last 4 games. But if I'm betting on this game, I'm definitely going to bet a teaser on the Steelers or the Chiefs. I'm going to see how the weather goes, because if the weather is not going to be great, if it's going to be really cold, windy in Pittsburgh, maybe some snow, who knows? That will change how you want to bet this, because a 6-point teaser could take the Steelers up to 9, or you could do a 6.5 teaser and take the Chiefs down to what, plus 3.5 for the game. And both those would be good if it's cold, windy, or with snow. It would really be a close game. But anyways, that's all I have for this game. If you're betting on it, good luck. My name's Jordy. You've been watching Betman Sports Betting, and I'll see you in the next video.